Decorate a Rudolph cookie with me. Grab your edible pen or your scribe, and we are going to make kind of a dome shape. Mine got a little too pointy at the top because this is your Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cookie. So we start with a dome shape and then making an oval out of the bottom of that. Dome shaped or candy corn. And then on top of that candy corn dome shape, we're going to make these almost tree-like antlers. They do not have to look perfect. And then below those, we're going to make some ears. And we are free-handing drawing this. There's no template to follow. I believe that you can draw this shape out because it doesn't need to look perfectly symmetrical. These are fun, minimalist North Pole cookies. Once you have everything drawn out, either with your edible pen or your scribe, quick note, if you use your scribe, make sure you dust off your cookie before you continue. You're going to come in with your navy blue royal icing and outline the entire shape of your Rudolph. I'm always surprised which cookies I'm decorating feel like a challenge and which ones don't, because this Rudolph has the detail at the top half of this cookie where you have the ears and then you have the antlers, and I thought that might be a little bit of a challenge to decorate, but it really wasn't. And this isn't me just being like, look how good I am at decorating cookies. No, it's just going slow. And again, with that hybrid icing, it keeps its shape very nicely. And so you just don't have to worry about it spreading too much, but you can also get it on the cookie fairly easily. Once you have that outline, go ahead and start filling it in. I started with this middle section because it was the smallest section to fill in. And then I started going around all the other details of this cookie so that I could have a little bit more precision with my piping bag. You'll want to make sure you're adding an even layer of icing across all of this. Now I went a little bit over the side. Don't fear, grab your scribe and you can just scrape that icing back up and even it out and it'll be fine. It won't be a big concern. And since I have my scribe out, I might as well even out that middle section while I'm at it. But you want to add an even amount of icing so that you have a very solid, flat base. If you don't add enough icing, then you're going to have a wavy looking base to this. And an easy way to tell, particularly if you have overhead lights, is to see how the light is reflecting onto your cookie. You can see that side that's been filled in is really wavy. I have a rectangular light above my head, but in that reflection, you would not know what shape that light is. And that's why it's important, if your icing isn't evening out on its own, to come in and use your scribe to even it out, because the more I move that icing around and I get it to where everything's as even as possible, the straighter that reflection looks. And this is why it's also nice if you like to shake your cookie. I have literally picked up cookies and shook them to help even out that icing, because over time you can see that icing flattening out, because you can always add more icing when you're at this stage. Now you're going to let it mat over a little bit so you can go do any other reindeer cookies you want to decorate and make the outline of. And then once it's matted like this, it's not as shiny anymore. Once it has crusted over, we're going to come in with the black icing to do the antlers. Now I break my typical rules with the antlers and the ears, where I normally say you need to outline the full section. You shouldn't just fill it in. You're going to lose your lines. But both of these shapes, the antlers and the ears, were really easy to pressure pipe, where I'm just putting a little bit of extra emphasis on my piping bag to get more icing out of them at one time. And I'm going to do the same thing with the ears, switching over to brown, where I'm just going to pressure in some of that icing so I can get both sides of that ear, and then I'm going to repeat it on the other side. So I'm still keeping my shape. I'm not losing the shape at all, but I am avoiding trying to outline in a very small enclosed space. Next up, after that dries just a little bit, you can go do any other reindeer that are in your set and then come back to your cookie. We're going to outline the face. And you can see this one I do actually outline because it's a larger shape and I don't want to lose that shape. Whereas the antlers and the ears, I wasn't really scared of losing that shape because it's so small. But I'm going to outline the top half of the face. So where we have that line for the snout, we are going to leave that empty for now. And then once I've outlined it, I'm just going to fill it in. And we want to keep the same idea as with the blue background, as with the ears, with the antlers. We want to make sure that we have an even amount of icing across this cookie. I promise you, it's not going to be too much icing. I have made a cookie that had too much icing on it before. It was a blueberry pie cookie, and it had about 2 to 3 times the amount of icing as it had cookie. It just was not it. So after you have your reindeer face filled in, we're going to come in and add some eyes. So these are an arched shape, an arched doorway is what's coming to mind, and you want them relatively the same. These were not the same on this one. I didn't even notice it at the time. I didn't notice it till I finished the cookie. Once we have that white arch shape, we're going to fill it in with white and then come in with black and do a little pupil. That's the same kind of arch shape, just much smaller. And we're going to let that dry just a little. It's not very dry. You can see it's still pretty shiny, but it's dry enough that we're going to come in and do the snoot, the mouth of our reindeer. Well, it's not really the mouth because we're only going to be adding a nose. So what I like to do is if I'm doing multiple styles of one cookie, I will do the face of this reindeer. I'll do the face of all the reindeer, and then I'll come back to the first one and move on to the next step, which is adding the snoot right here, the snout. I keep saying snoot because I'm thinking of my dog's snoot. So we've outlined it and then we're filling it in, and you can see we're trying to keep a consistent amount of icing coming out of our piping bag so that everything remains even. And then if it doesn't even out, you can come in with your scribe. And then immediately after that, we are adding our red nose, where we're just making a full oval shape. I outlined it and then I just immediately started filling it in. And then I'm going to come in with my white and do a little white dot towards the side of the red nose and grab my scribe, placed it directly in the middle of that white dot and drag it to the center. And that is our Rudolph reindeer cookie. This is completely optional, but you can come in with some luster dust. This will add a gold, silver, or copper sheen. I'm using gold here, and I'm going to mix it with some vodka until it runs really smooth. I have some vodka in that other cup right there. I don't have a great way of mixing it into the luster dust without kind of over diluting it. But once it is smooth, I can paint it onto any of the details on my cookie, and it can leave this gold sheen behind. It works best when you have white icing that you're painting. So if you wanted to do this on any of the pieces of your cookie, just make sure that you have white icing down. Otherwise, it'll take a few layers to cover something that's like black or brown or navy. Download the full free guide to decorate your own North Pole cookie set.